Hi there. So I just thought I'd jump on this very quick live stream to show something that I've been kind of playing with recently and doing, and round tracking horses. So it's not going to take long. We're going to be maybe 5 or 10 minutes. So let's just take a look at what's going on here. Okay, so the first thing is this is going to be kind of suddenly what may feel like a backwards process, okay? It's not, of course, backwards, but it may feel a little bit like that. Now, I'm going to start by going to... So I'm using a different setup and it's confusing me a bit. I'm going to start by going to the results page, okay? So we're going to start on the results page for finding horses that we kind of want to track. Now on this results page, obviously, there are none at Kempton yet today. So I'm going to come back to Newcastle. And what I'm looking for here is I'm actually looking for what we got in this first race as it happens. I'm looking for a big gap between the horses that one came in front and the rest of the field. And we can see here that we got visually, it's really nice to see. We got this big gap here, Carlton, Lunar Effect, and a massive gap back to Sense of Worth. Okay, so I'm looking for races like that. This one, there's a bit of a gap, so possibly we'd look at Explorer's Way and Femme Patron. Let's just scroll down. Here, it's just kind of the winner, Alpha Kellenic, kind of out there. Here, possibly we've got two. This one we haven't really got any. You can see they're all kind of pretty much up there, and we haven't really got any in this one. So the bigger the gap, the more interested I am. So when we find that race, I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to come through to the race card itself. Okay. And now we've got that race card there. What I want to do is I want to find these two horses. So I've got Carlton and I've got Lunar Effect. Now, what I'm interested in are a couple of things. I'm interested in the race conditions. These are up here, and we'll come back to that in a minute. And then I'm interested in running comments. So Carlton was half a length ahead of Lunar Effect. And Carlton, it says here, made all, ridden over 2 furlongs out, pressed over 1 furlong out, just holding second inside the final 100 yards and stayed on gamely. So that's a pretty good comment. Lunar Effect took keen hold, chased winner, ridden over 2 furlongs out, every chance, just held inside the final 100 yards and kept on. So basically, Lunar Effect place, potentially still a good race for both of these horses. Okay, obviously the odds are very different. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and open the tracking in another tab. Okay, so here we go. We've got that tracking open there in another tab. Most of this is actually just testing for me in this account, so don't take anything that's in this account to heart. It's just random things that I've put in during testing. So I'm going to have that there purely for reference, because what I actually want to do is I want to add Carlton to this tracker. So I'm going to put a new horse in. I'm going to search for Carlton. And I've got horse here already, so that's fine. And in my notes, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, consider in flat all-weather handicap. And again, I'm just taking these race conditions around 1 mile 4 furlongs. So that's the distance of the race on standard. Sub 10k sub 10k. You could put price, but I'm just going to leave it sub 10k because I want it nice and short. So sub 10k, and that's that. And then what we got in here is just holding second inside final 100 yards and then stayed on gamely. How are we going to do in other distances? I'm not sure. So we don't want to go too much longer. I think that says everything here. I'm just going to copy that like that and add it to tracking. Bam. And then I'm going to do the same here for Lunar Effect. Lunar, is it Effect? No, Effect. There she is. Okay. Okay, and we've got that in there as well. I'm just going to come back to Luna's comments. Took keen hold. Chase winner ridden over 2 furlongs out. Every chance. Just held inside. So I might have a little extra comment here. Likes to lead, maybe outpaced in a longer race. Okay. Add to tracking. So there we go. We've got these 2 horses here. Okay. They've been added. Now what that means is that if I come back to the actual race card, and let me just refresh this page. The recording is slowing down my, I'm on a laptop and the recording is slowing down this laptop somewhat at the moment. So please bear with me. But what this would mean is we normally get a dot appearing. It should normally be instant, but because this is being recorded, I wonder if I can actually turn, the recording off. Hold on. There we go. That should make it a bit better. There we go. Hopefully that is still streaming for you and I haven't stopped the stream. I've only stopped the recording. Okay. Yeah, the streaming software is definitely slowing down this laptop. But what will happen is we'll get an alert on this race card that these horses are now being tracked. And when we see that alert, it comes up as a red flashing dot. Okay. And when we see that alert, we can hover over that and we can get the information that we've entered here. Considering flat or weather handicap. So it's going to tell us that information. So we'll see it being tracked. We'll obviously see it being tracked on our list here as well. If we come back, it will appear here. I'll need to refresh the page. There they are, Carlton and Lunar Effect. So it's going to be tracked here as well. It will be tracked on our home page too. If I open the home page, we get a list of all tracked items up here. So again, we can scroll down and see all of those items, and there's Carlton, there's Luna, so they're going to appear there. And on the race card itself, when it's fully loaded, when I haven't got the streaming software running on a laptop, we will have that flashing red dot, and again we can hover on that and we can see what is happening there and what our comments are. So doing this is a very, very quick way of finding horses that you can track, because again we can come back. We looked at Newcastle. There are a few races. We had 2 horses here as potentials, 1 here, and that was it for that one. We come to Southall. We've got 1 horse here. We got 1 horse here. Probably 2 on that one. Not sure about that. If there's more than kind of 2 or 3, I tend not to go with it. There'd be 1 here, Demata. We've got 2 in this race and 2 in this race. So you can see very rapidly you build up your portfolio of tracked horses and over what conditions you're going to be focusing on them. And the reason that we write the condition like this is because if a horse comes up and it performs in another one, we can just add another set of items here, example conditions like that, and then update that horse. You see, and it updates. So again, when we hover over it on the race card, we get to see the whole thing. Okay, so that was a very quick 10 minutes about how you can find horses to track that you may want to do. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you soon.